Hey Kickstarter and Gaia Online, how's it going? This is Chris Castagnetto, aka DJ Helsing, here with a sneak peek and a behind the scenes look at Frontier Skies, the all-new card game brought to you by Gaia Online and Game Salute. In Frontier Skies, you are an airship captain going on an epic adventure through the world of Gaia. You get to create your own airship, find really rare and hard to find discoveries, and manage those discoveries to become the richest airship captain in the world of Gaia. Throughout the course of the game, there are 12 rounds. Each round consists of 4 phases. The market phase, where you get to buy new pieces of your airship and customize your airship. The adventure phase, where you get to go on an epic adventure and find some rare and hard to find discoveries. The trade phase, where you get to trade your discoveries between players and or sell them to the bank to earn a lot of gold. And the draw phase, where all those discoveries and all those strategic choices pay out with big rewards. The game is a ton of fun, and in this video, we're going to give you a really cool sneak peek at all the different cards that are in the game, how to set them up, and what they do. We're going to have a separate video later giving you a sneak peek of the game itself in action with some of our Gaia staff here at the office. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and let's get down to business. In this video, we're going to take a few minutes and talk to you about how to properly set up your game of Frontier Skies. We're also going to take a few moments and talk you through the different card types that are a part of this game. To begin Frontier Skies, each player receives a number of starter cards. You will receive 5 starter ship cards, 1 bow, 1 hold, 1 stern, a main deck, and a foresail. When you look at the card, at the top left corner of the card, you will see a diagram that tells you where to place that card on your ship. It is a 3x3 grid. For example, on this grid, the shaded out section is the bottom left corner, symbolizing that you place this card in the bow position on the bottom left side of your ship. In addition to your 5 starting ship cards, you will receive 3 stat tracker cards. These you will use throughout the game to more easily keep track of what your current attack, speed, and cargo capacity are. There's also a starting player card that the starting player receives, and a sequence of play and endgame scoring card. One side talks you through the 4 different phases of the game. The second side is a reference for you to look at to figure out how you're going to be scoring points at the end of the game to achieve victory and the most gold. In addition to these starting cards, you will then set up the discovery deck. You will take all the discovery cards, shuffle them, and place them in a pile. The discovery discard pile will be next to the discovery deck. Throughout the course of the game, you will be finding all sorts of rare discoveries, including tools, crew members, weapons, gems, and animals. Tools give you discounts during the market phase if you collect the proper sets of tools. Crew members give you different bonuses depending upon the status of your ship throughout the course of the game. Weapons give you extra gold when you sell them as a pairs. Gems take up a lot of cargo capacity, but they're worth a lot of points at the end of the game. And animals, when you have 2 of the same animal during the draw phase, they breed and start paying you off every single turn. As the game progresses and you sell cards, you'll be selling cards and placing them into the discard pile, which is next to the discovery deck. You also want to then set aside all of your gold cards in the separate piles according to their denomination: 1s, 5s, 10s, and 50s. Each player will begin with some gold, and as you buy and sell cards throughout the game, you'll be putting gold back into the bank or taking gold out of the bank. To set up the gold cards, you will place the 3 end game bonus cards at the top and the 2 end of season bonus cards as well on the side, so that all players can easily reference them throughout the game. At the end of each season, these will trigger, giving people bonuses and extra gold for most attack and most speed, and with some of those promo cards, some other cool bonuses. For the end of the game bonuses, you will read these bonuses, and at the very, very end of the game, each player will check to see if they meet these goals, and if they've achieved that extra gold reward. On the left-hand side here, we have our tracker, which tracks the current round of the game. The game has 12 rounds and is broken into 4 phases each round: the market phase, the adventure phase, the trade phase, and the draw phase. At the end of the draw phase, you will progress this marker to the next round and then begin the next round. At the end of the round 3, 6, 9, and 12, it symbolizes the end of the season, at which point the end of season bonuses kick in. We also have our market cards here. To set up the game, you shuffle up all of the market winter cards into one pile, all the market spring cards into one pile, all the market summer cards into one pile, and all the market autumn cards into one pile. At the end of the winter season, you'll then discard all the winter cards from play and bring out spring cards. At the end of the spring season, you'll discard all spring cards from play and bring out the summer cards, so on and so forth. To begin the game, we begin the game in winter. We reveal 9 cards from the winter market deck and place them in a 3x3 grid in the center so that all players can easily reference the cards that are up for auction. During the auction, players will have the opportunity to buy new cards. For example, if I chose to buy this four-castle deck, I would pay the appropriate cost to the bank, in this case 2, unless someone else overbids me, in which case highest bidder purchases the card, and then you will equip it to your ship accordingly. Throughout the course of the game, you'll be customizing your ship, getting all sorts of new pieces to create your own custom airship. At some times, you might even be replacing some of the older parts on your ship, at which point you sell the old part back to the bank for half of its value and remove that card from the game, thus replacing it with a new upgraded ship part. Some of the ship parts match, which give you some really cool bonuses. But at the same time, it might not be to your benefit to have a matching ship, because depending upon your situation, it might be more critical for you to gain a card with more attack or more speed than a card with more cargo. At the end of the winter phase, the entire market is emptied, and then the spring cards will be brought into play, forming the new spring market. In addition, at the end of the round, any open slots in the market are refilled from the appropriate deck. So in round 5, for example, if 2 cards are purchased, 2 new cards from the same spring deck would be revealed to fill in those spaces for the beginning of round 6. That's it for the setup of the game. We'll have another video for you to watch where we will be walking through a round of the game with a 3-player game. Be sure to take a look at that video. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in the world of Frontier Skies.